Raiders.
Raiders.
Oh, baby. We are fracking here. Braxton might not be here anymore.
Braxton just pieced out.
He just said deuces. We're out. We're gone. And that's it. Folks, we're here with a Monday edition of the Grossi Perna Show, otherwise known as a G, a P, S. It's great. You're really working on that inflection. I'm really proud of you, buddy. It's coming out really well.
Teaching a young child to speak made me realize I've got some work to do myself.
Yeah. We could all grow. We could all improve. We could all educate. And we can all say Raiders.
Raiders. Is
that.
CM Punk here?
Oh, my God. New AEW champ, baby. It was
he's the champ?
Oh, last night it was a 5.5-hour pay-per-view, and I ran a marathon in less time than that pay-per-view. But yep, the summer of Punk is upon us. I should have worn my CM Punk shirt today.
Wow, that's one of the few wrestlers I know.
Yep.
Except for the other guy who likes That's Good Sports.
I was very happy.
Yeah. The guy.
Eddie Kingston. That's the guy who likes.
My buddy
wrestled last night too. He almost lit somebody on fire.
Oh, cool.
He came out a can of gasoline and threw it on somebody. Yeah.
Now CM Punk was on an episode of Mark Maron years ago, and that's the only reason I learned about him.
It wasn't 5.5. It was 4.5. Right? Hold on. 8. Yeah, 4.5 hours. Excuse me. Sorry, 4.5 hours.
Yeah,
4.5 hours.
But
it was good.
Game, huh?
I mean, the first half was not great, and there was one really good match, but then the last 4 matches were bangers. So it was good. But anyway, we're here, a Monday edition of the Gyps, the JPS. Oh, a vegan penguin. Becoming one of my favorite podcasts. Oh, it's so nice.
Oh,
also,
cool.
He says the Broncos are 4th place.
I was looking at the in the YouTube studio, and I thought Vegan Penguin was a podcast that you listened to.
Yeah, I mean that is what I
thought you were just saying it's one of your favorite pods.
It is. It's the story about a penguin who's trying to ditch his pescatarian diet and try to help the planet to prevent the ice cap that he lives on from melting.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna learn to survive on ice.
Yes.
Spoiler, he does not make it.
He doesn't. He dies. He perishes.
Yeah. That penguin,
whether it's because of a seal, a killer whale, global warming, no one knows, because I haven't gotten to that part yet, so no spoilers, please. But today we are going to our main topic today is going to be going through each division and figuring out which team is going to finish last.
Who are the butt suckers of the division? Bottom feeders.
Because I was about to say, you go on some dating apps, and the butt suckers are some popular people. A lot has changed since the dating pool that I've been in, and apparently, speaking of diet, if your diet consists of the bottom, apparently some people they're into it. So,
hey man, if Jess ever divorces me, I will start a dating profile with just the name butt sucker. That's my promise to everybody here watching on this Memorial Day.
Is your headline gonna be it's gonna be your name, butt sucker, and then underneath it's gonna be I don't eat ass.
Just totally contradictory.
That's it. It. Second half was much better for Pusa. Yes, it was so much better. I was falling asleep. I was I don't know if it's going to be very good, but it got good. It got good. There you go. Now that I was just about to feature that comment.
Dude, that channel would have so many more subs already.
Oh, it would crush it. Worst to first. I mean, the Ravens they're gonna potentially finish first.
Did they finish last, the Ravens?
Well, the Bengals were up there. The Steelers made the playoffs.
Wow.
Oh, it's between the Browns and the Ravens.
Yeah, I guess they're both 8-9. I got the record.
So
I literally have the record just on the screen next to me, and I'm like, did they finish last, Tom?
Did they finish last? No one knows. No one is ever going to know. So
you're right, idiot.
Speaking of the AFC North, there is a little bit of actual football news. Brandon and I were just talking about this before we went live about how it just seems quieter than usual. And I love how I went to NFL.com this morning and they have like the schedule of games that's up top. And it's like Thursday, you're having the Bills and Rams. And I'm like, isn't this like months away? The NFL's like, listen, we got nothing else. Like we're putting it up there.
They're like, put it in your calendar.
Yeah, don't save the date. You save the date. But the Browns deciding two things by Baker Mayfield, but we also got some tight end signings in David Njoku, who they made him the 5th highest paid tight end in the league, which is a little odd considering I remember when the Browns didn't want David Njoku and were like, no, let's bring in, right? They brought in Austin Hooper and they were like, Hooper's going to be our guy. And then they were like, no, now we want to hold on to David Njoku. And now they gave him a big old contract with, I think it was like $28 million guaranteed. And I'm wondering if, because he has been one of those guys, it's like, oh, this is his season. I'm wondering if maybe with Deshaun Watson, depending on how many games he actually plays, maybe this is where you're going to see him get over like 400 yards in a season.
Yeah. Are you wondering if this is actually his season, Tom?
I think he's a good player too. Like when they were trying to deal him, I was like, oh, I would love for the Packers to pick him up. Well, I think he's a good player and he just really wasn't utilized well. But yeah, I mean, I'm thinking maybe he's got a bigger place in the offense now. I'm assuming, considering they just threw a bucket load of cash at him.
Maybe you would hope so. He's like Njoku has been, and he's only 25. So that's another thing he's got going for him.
Is it just me, or I feel like he's been in the league forever? Like, it's like, oh, his rookie deal is coming to an end. I'm like, rookie deal? Like, what? He's still on that? Like, I feel like he is a seasoned veteran just because I've been hearing him for so long. True, Fitzgerald. True. Just keep on talking about wrestling things because Perna has no idea, but makes it even better. So, thank you, Patrick. I like is that a koala?
Thanks for the, I guess. Patrick,
that's a koala. They got chlamydia. They do. It's a real epidemic.
Whoa,
koalas getting chlamydia. That's a real thing.
Yeah. So, eucalyptus doesn't fix that. Guess not.
I don't think anyone who's ever had chlamydia, folks. If you ever have chlamydia, don't just put eucalyptus on it. Like, go see a doctor.
I put it on everything.
Is it like Windex?
Heartburn, I put eucalyptus on the outside of my belly. Cavity, chew some eucalyptus. Ear infection, hear some eucalyptus.
So it's starting to make sense now why you wanted Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback.
Here, Aaron, here's some eucalyptus. It will prevent you from getting anything.
True. Contract negotiation? Eucalyptus.
Hi.
You're like, this is not helpful at all. You're just like, you're welcome.
Yeah, but if you chew on this, it'll give you a sick buzz, bro.
Jonathan, true.
David Njoku. I was talking about him. What I was going to say, well, I think one reason it feels like he's been...
And that's a sloth saying it. Yep. 90% of the remaining koalas have chlamydia. Nobody's talking about it, people. The koalas have chlamydia.
They're also like, aren't they endangered now because of after those fires in Australia?
Probably, but also the chlamydia doesn't help. I mean, like, could you imagine right now if you're a koala without chlamydia? Oh man, the market must be amazing for you. Like, if there is a koala dating app, oh my God, you're like, hey, I don't have chlamydia. Everybody's swiping right on you.
Well, and next time you want to be one of those people who screams and protests about defunding Planned Parenthood, just remember you're affecting koalas too.
True. How?
How can koalas get free condoms if they don't have access to Planned Parenthood?
That's true. A lot of people say that Planned Parenthood, it is synonymous with abortion, but nay, they do so many things, so many things, and that's true. You could get some condoms for the koalas. You know what?
Yep.
I think I just figured out our new fundraiser.
Koala condoms here on GPS. Next week, we
I don't want to do the testing for that. I don't want to do the product testing for that. I want to outsource that. I want to make that very clear. I don't want to do that.
That's fair. I will not knock you for that.
No, I just nope. I don't want to be the person that wakes up and it's like, have a great day at work, honey. Where are you off to? Well, I gotta try out some condoms. For yourself? No, I gotta put them on koalas.
Yeah.
All right.
Putting a regular condom on was tough.
Yeah.
You ever tried to put one on a koala?
Nope. That's it. Oh,
okay, Josh.
Eddie Grant. Oh, that's a name. That's a name I haven't heard in quite some time. Oh.
Yeah, Kirby Wilson. Big disappointment in the USFL. Congrats to the Birmingham Stallions for becoming the first USFL team to clinch a playoff spot.
But his name is Kirby. Doesn't he just like suck up his opponents and eat them?
Not everybody lives up to their name.
Yes, Duncan. Yes.
Stop talking about wrestling.
Oh, sorry.
God.
We'll keep talking about chlamydia amongst the koala community.
Yeah, that's more up my alley.
Is that how you got? Regardless. So the Browns, they re-signed David Njoku. And then there's a little bit of news, about good old Baker Mayfield, which is just about as rare as a koala without chlamydia at this point, because ain't nobody want Baker Mayfield, but the Browns came out and said, we ain't cutting him. It ain't happening. Not on our watch.
Correct. And what I read, because I was looking around on David Njoku, because I feel like he's underperformed, and I feel like you've heard about him because I believe his rookie season was at Browns Hard Knocks, so it feels like he's been around forever. But Baker, teams that are willing to trade for Baker, and they say teams plural. I think it's just possibly Seattle still.
It might just be the Seahawks.
Yeah, they only want to pay Baker $5 to $6 million to play, and his current contract is $18.8 million for the year. The Browns apparently are willing to pay half of that, but not 2/3. So they're just waiting. And it's odd to me that the Browns would make David Njoku the highest paid. Is he the highest paid tight end now? Fifth highest paid tight end. But they can't pay 2/3 of Baker Mayfield's salary to get rid of the albatross in the room, as the saying goes.
When he is actually traded, because I'm imagining it's going to happen at some point, right? What do you even put on him for a value? Like, if you're Seattle, you're not giving up a first. I don't even think you give up a second. And I'm not saying that's a knock on Baker Mayfield's talent. I just think that in terms of leverage, like, okay, Browns hold on to him all season. Okay, like, if we're the Seahawks, we're going to rock with Geno Smith. We're going to rock with Drew Lock. We're probably going to suck anyway. So screw it. Like, why not?
Yeah, Baker Mayfield's in one of the weirdest quarterback situations of all time.
It's a very odd
all
situation.
Time.
Yeah. Considering everything and all the context of who they brought in and what they gave him. Yeah.
The only way this offseason could get even crazier, because it's slow right now, though, if Drew Brees decides he wants to come back.
Dude, I made that as a joke, and I want that to become a reality.
Oh my God.
So badly. I want him to just come out. And you know what? Like, he comes out and there's like a hot market for him. And Seattle's like, you know what? Yeah, let's sign him. And Baker's just like, guys, like, come on now.
Yeah.
I don't think Baker's going to play. That's the thing.
That would be the best. I would freaking love it if Watson gets suspended, Baker's on the Browns, but just straight up refuses to play. That would be hilarious. That would be
Baker's lunch money. He did. That makes sense though. But yeah, if you are the Seahawks, you're like, hey, yeah, I'll give you like a 4th rounder. There you go.
Fair. 4th rounder. You pay all of his money, idiots. And that's how, if I were a GM, I would negotiate.
Dude, we would be such good GMs.
Hey, idiot, take this contract.
Dude, I saw draft day. I would be such a great GM. I would be such a great GM.
I mean, draft day is the Browns and the Seahawks wheeling and dealing. Like this situation.
Very true. And the Seahawks get screwed.
Yeah.
The Seahawks get screwed.
They just take it.
To try and get a quarterback. And no one went to that guy's birthday party. And no one is going to Baker Mayfield's birthday party. Coincidence? I think not. Nope. It's not. So, Baker, yeah, I don't know where the hell he's going. I don't know what he's going to go for. And I don't even know when it's going to happen. Like, maybe the Browns are like, okay, let's just wait for someone to get hurt. And then we could try and rip them off and maybe get like a 3rd round pick.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I think it's the same boat as Jimmy Garoppolo, which is like somebody's going to need, there has to be a need that develops.
But the 49ers are like such a weird thing too, because they're like, well, we're not going to let him go. Like, we'll just keep 2 good quarterbacks. And I'm like, okay. I mean, like, you could do that. Like, the Browns don't want Baker Mayfield. They've made that very, very clear.
The 49ers are like, you know what? We're not trading Jimmy Garoppolo, but he will be on the roster, not as a starter, but solely to do an hour show with Grant Cohn every week. It's the Jimmy and Grant show.
The G in Jimmy G now is for Grant.
Jimmy Grant.
That's Jimmy Grant Cohn.
Name. Jimmy
Grant Cohn, and I don't care. I think that the real trade here, not to trade into any opponents, switch it up in the conference. The Browns trade Baker Mayfield to the San Francisco 49ers for Jimmy G straight up.
Whoa, cool.
That's it. Make the trade, and then they both could be miserable on those other teams.
That'd be fun.
Yep. And then what happens, Jimmy G, he puts a lot of laxatives in Deshaun Watson's Gatorade. So he's got the poops. Oh, man, he can't play. And that's when Jimmy G calls up his old friend, Tom Brady. Tom Brady then goes to play for the Browns.
Oh, wow.
Joel, I went out one time, and it was miserable, and I got COVID, so I'm never doing that again.
Tom's got to mow his lawn today.
I do have to mow my lawn today. That is true. And it's going to be 88 degrees. It's going to be hot. It's going to be hot.
I have an electric mower now.
Oh, well. Okay.
I've only used it once so far, but it is tight.
How did you just use it once? Dude, I've been mowing my lawn like 2 times a week.
Colorado grass grows slower here.
Bunch of BS.
And it was super dry. Grass was brown longer this year.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Papusa. All right. We're going to do, what are we, last place? We're going to predict the last place bottom feeding butt sucker teams.
Can we do the easy ones first so it gets progressively harder?
Yeah, I like that. All right, let me connect the thing here.
That's the thing. I'm trying to think off the top of my head which one's like really easy. And I actually don't know. I'm like, yeah.
What is this? Where are
you have a little graphic? You have a little graphic?
Well, just a little visual aid, as the kids say.
There you are. There you go. Okay.
We got AFC, NFC. I think NFC West's pretty dang easy, actually, Tom. And that's the Seattle Seahawks. That's the easiest one.
You know what? I do agree with that. 50 degrees in northern Minnesota.
Whoa, it's a heat wave up there.
Oh, yeah, don't you know? You bring out the canoes.
Oh, 50 degrees. So, you could cook an egg on my forehead.
Do you think that's what Five does every day? Like in the morning, like that's his morning routine. Like he just goes outside and just like cracks an egg on his head. And he's just like, and now he just sits and reads the paper while it bakes.
Yeah, actually, speaking of 5, let me just real quick.
Speaking of 5,
Let's just take a look at.
he does his crosswords. He's just like, And he's like, you know what? I want it over easy today.
Here we go. Now we're talking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know what you're pulling up. There you go.
There's 5
There you
points.
go.
Getting ready for his big baseball debut this week. YouTubers versus the pro baseball team, minor league.
They're going to die. Like, they're going to get annihilated.
To me, this uniform, it feels like a punishment.
Almost like the punishment you're going to be doing soon, huh, bud?
What's that?
Remember when you said if I got 10,000 likes on a video that you would live stream your workout, and then you were like, haha, that should be a clickbait punishment. And then the entire chat was like, oh, well, that's easier. We'll just throw money at you. And so now this Thursday, we're going to throw money at you so you have to live stream your workout.
Do I have to live stream it during clickbait? I think that's funnier.
You're just not there.
I'll connect to my laptop.
You're just working out during clickbait. That works
full
too.
Hour. I have to go the full hour.
Okay. You know what? I'm about that. I am about that.
All right.
Ruben, it's not good. Nice shredder pick, though. Ooh. All right, so NFC West is the easiest because that's the Seahawks, because the 49ers should at least have a decent team. Cardinals, they'll do well in the beginning and then they'll tank. And then the Rams should be a good football team. And I think the Seahawks just, you are the expert on Drew Lock. So I think you saying that they're last place immediately kind of just indicates.
Look, Drew Lock can almost win you an average amount of games. And then you'll lose. 7-10. That's optimistic, Seattle. That's an optimistic outlook for you guys. I know you still got some elite talent there in DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. Watch them not perform because the Broncos had a lot of elite talent in their ball-catching positions as well.
Hey, Noah Fant. They got Noah Fant now.
They do have Fant. Look, I hope Drew Lock does well, and I do hope Seattle does not finish last place because I like Drew Lock. I would really like him to succeed, but when you watch a guy and you just go, I don't think he's got it. That's how I feel about Drew. Cardinals, my prediction is reverse. I think they get better at the end of the season because DeAndre Hopkins will be out early, and I think that was a huge part of their decline in offensive production. And if he's healthy and Hollywood Brown's healthy, that's an interesting receiving duo to keep an eye on. Plus, they've got Ertz, and they drafted Trey McBride. So, Seattle last, 49ers second last. This is exactly how it's going to finish again. Rams, Cards, Niners, Seahawks.
I think the 49ers finish above the Cardinals.
Ooh.
I do.
I can't be all in on, or that's not even all in. I can't be in on the 49ers until we know what the hell they're doing at quarterback.
See, I disagree because you saw what they did at quarterback last year and they still made it to the NFC Championship game.
But Trey Lance, what if he's the guy? What if they're starting Trey Lance? I don't know.
Then if he's not good, they put in Jimmy G.
We'll see. We'll see what they do.
Okay, so last place we got the Seahawks. That's the easy one. That's the easiest one that we're going to get. Now for the NFC South, where it gets a little bit more complicated, because I don't think the Saints are going to finish last. I think a lot of people are crapping all over the Saints, but I think that they have potential to be potentially even a playoff team, especially if that defense is still good. Their wide receiving core, pretty damn solid. It's a race between the Falcons and the Panthers on who's going to finish last in that division.
Yeah.
That's true. All In is a different pay-per-view. Same company, though, AEW. CM Punk was there, too.
Oh.
Actually, probably one of the best pay-per-views I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, regardless. So Panthers or Falcons, who is going to finish last in the NFC South? The Falcons are trying. They're going to make a strong contention here. The Panthers, I feel like that defense could gel a little bit more. If CMC can stay healthy for maybe even 6 games this entire season, their offensive line is improved. So they could be better. What are they doing at quarterback? Falcons seems like they're rocking maybe at least a little bit with Mariota. I actually am leaning towards the Falcons. I think the Falcons might be finishing last in this division.
Oh, 100%. I think the Falcons might finish with the worst record in the entire NFL.
Oh,
yeah. They did not get better this offseason. They lost Matt Ryan. That's the only reason they finished ahead of the Panthers in 2021. I mean, you're going to go from Mariota to Desmond Ridder, and maybe Ritter's like the guy at some point. It's just, to me, it feels like the Falcons are in position to finish top 3 worst record this season. Their defense was bad. It's not like they got a lot better. They just didn't get better in like any groups. The Panthers, I feel like it's flopped. I feel like the Panthers win 6 or 7. The Falcons win 3 or 4 there. The Saints are a mystery to me.
But they won't finish last.
No, but my biggest question with the Saints is, was Jameis Winston's like growth in terms of limiting his turnovers, how much of that was a result of working with Sean Payton? If Winston is, well, that's what you lost a little bit with Winston in being safe was his sort of explosive play ability. Like when you're watching the Buccaneers that season when he had the 30 interception,
30.
There were a lot of big plays though, you know.
Sure.
There were, Mike Evans was huge for him. But Ryan Fitzpatrick, when he was there the season before, it was also kind of the story. So there's like let's just say it like this. The Buccaneers probably have the easiest division to go through outside maybe the Green Bay Packers.
And they'll still get swept by the Saints.
I hope so.
They'll still get swept by the Saints, of course.
But I think Atlanta's going to be last place.
Dude, I'm wondering, and I was thinking about actually making a video about this. Like, Michael Thomas is still not back from injury. Like, there is like giving an update, and they're like, yeah, he's working through it. He's still not done, though. Like, he's been out a while.
Yeah.
Like, at what point is like, hey, maybe this is like really concerning? I mean, again, they got Olave, which I think is a good pickup. Kamara is going to be good for them. Losing Armstead sucks, but
Jarvis, they added Jarvis, right?
Yep. Jarvis Landry went there too. They got Smoke Monday, of course.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
They got Honey Badger too, right?
Yeah. No, the Saints have a really good roster.
Yeah.
You just got to bet on the QB. So
yeah, they won't finish last, but Falcons likely.
Ooh, here we go.
This is where it gets a little bit. All right, so here's the thing: Packers ain't finishing last. That's not going to happen. That's no matter how badly the NFC North is praying for our downfall. It's not going to be a thing. The Vikings, I don't think, are going to finish last.
No, you got Christian Kirk Cousins.
The easy answer is the Lions. However,
it's the Bears.
I'm kind of leaning towards the Bears. I agree. I think, again, Darnell Mooney, good wide receiver. Like, I like him. I just don't know if there's going to be enough support for Justin Fields. You have a new regime there. It should be better, but I don't think the defense, is Eddie Jackson. Have we figured out what's going on with him? I don't know. And it depends. Like Tevin Jenkins, said he went through a torture routine to get ready for the Bears, but I don't know, man. I think the Bears might finish last.
Yeah. I mean, here's all Detroit really has to do is change this points allowed number from 467, which was the worst in the NFL, to something that's not even middle of the road, but just don't be the worst defense on earth, Detroit. And you could have six wins this coming season, maybe even 7, dare I say. Detroit is such an interesting team in terms of, I think Jared Goff is currently better than Justin Fields. They've got
Hmm.
consistency with Dan Campbell coming back. Currently, Jared Goff is currently a better QB than Justin Fields. He went to a Super Bowl. Put some respect on his damn name.
Oh, buddy.
So,
Roquan Smith is very good for the Bears. Roquan Smith is a stud. I wanted him so badly out of that draft, but
yeah, Roquan's he's great.
I think it's really going to be a race between the Bears and Lions who finish last. And if it's the Bears, oh, that's gonna be bad. Like that's gonna get ugly. Again, the most important thing for the Bears this season is to figure out if Justin Fields is their guy. Most important.
Yeah.
Thing. And if he's not, sorry.
Yeah, and look, the Lions, they had Aiden Hutchinson, Jamison Williams. Once he gets healthy, they
don't remind me about Jamison Williams. Don't.
Just like I like Detroit to not be last place for once.
Yeah. I did not see.
No,
I didn't. I like haven't consumed like any sports content like at all.
I've been watching hockey.
The Rangers, it's game 7. Yeah, you guys won. The Avalanche. You're playing the Oilers now. You're right. You're playing the Oilers and the Edmonton. If the Rangers win, they're gonna play Tampa Bay. I'm learning about hockey.
Lightning. If it's an Avalanche Lightning
natural disaster,
it's me versus Scooter.
Win.
And I will win because Scooter won't see it coming.
Are you gonna slapstick him?
Right in the cojones.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Always. All right. If you're ever in a fight, kids, go for the dick first.
Didn't you just say cojones? Isn't that the balls?
Both. They're the same. They're the same entity. They're all connected, Tom.
Brandon, is all of your stuff like just one?
Yeah, it's all one thing down there, right? Like your balls are in the head. And I think the Washington Commanders will be last place in the NFC East.
I need my mom to pick me up. I'm scared.
This mom?
Brandon's talking about his solo entity down there again. I mean, Colin, that kind of didn't work last season. But you're a bold one.
Is that Jesus' version of Obi-Wan?
Yes, they're actually the same person.
That's what I thought.
All right, so yeah, Giants or football team. It won't be the Eagles. I wish it was the Cowboys. But football team or Giant?
Here's my bold prediction. Eagles finish first place in the NFC East.
I think you've been saying that for a while now.
Bold.
You want to see Scooter cry. That's it. You just want to see him cry, which granted, that's fine. But
no, I think they may have a better team now than the Cowboys.
Mm.
Here, Carson Wentz. Is he better than Taylor Heineke? I don't think so.
Oh God, I keep forgetting. But okay, but Daniel like here's the issue that I have. Like Andrew Thomas got better last season, but I mean that they did address it in the draft though. They did go get Luke Neal. Can Saquon Barkley actually like stay? Like there's just so many question marks with the Giants. Like they did the right thing. They're building it up in the trenches. I mean, like maybe Carson Wentz and Scary Terry are just gonna like tear it up. No, it's not, man. I don't even know if I can convince myself. Man. Yeah, Washington's probably gonna finish last. It's either them or the Giants.
If like Carson Wentz played horrible at the end of the season, but if you remember when he was playing well, he was playing like efficient football, right? What was the one thing that kept happening for Carson Wentz?
Got sacked a lot. Turnovers.
Dumb turnovers were not always turning into turnovers, and they weren't making a difference. He was making mistakes for a bigger chunk of last season than I think we like to remember. And he had Jonathan Taylor behind him. Washington does not have that.
Daniel Jones is not good. Like this is legitimately challenging. Like I think the Giants
both these teams are
because like the Commanders. Their defense wasn't good in the beginning of the year, but it like slowly got back to what it was, or at least like a shell of itself. If it could gel like it was, because their defense was amazing 2 seasons ago, then like maybe that's going to keep them in games. Like the Giants, their defense.
No, but you gotta. The Giants have an X factor in Brian Dable coming in. I think he'll be more apt to use Daniel Jones's strengths than friggin' Patriot. We're gonna do things my way, Joe Judge, whatever.
Kenny Galladay might catch a touchdown.
Yeah, I like the fit so much better for Daniel Jones with Brian Dable, and that's not. I'm not saying like that's the thing, the only thing that's going to change Dan Jones, but like
they have pieces. Like they have pieces to do. Like if Kenny Galladay is healthy and is like even a sliver of what he was in Detroit, if Tony is able to like, do what he was able to do in college, like they have the pieces. It's just
Daniel Jones, very athletic. I think we'll see him utilize that more. And yeah, the Giants are like the all potential offense, right? It's like if Saquon Barkley's good, if Kenny Galladay's as good as he was with the Lions, how bad do you got to be where you go from Detroit to New York and you're worse? That's a big
also injured.
It's a big flag for the Giants and how their offense is run.
Man, can you imagine being a Seahawks fan right now and being like, hey, it could be Geno. Geno might be the starter over Drew Lock. That's the quarterback battle. Oh,
yeah,
God.
Geno was good for like 1.5 games, if I recall.
That was that really exciting game, right? Where he almost beat the Rams. Oh man, that was exciting.
I say Washington is last.
There's a good shot that it's Washington. I want to believe that it'll be the Giants, but alas. All right, here's the West. This is fun.
Easiest in the West is Raiders in last. Braxton, I'm back at you, buddy.
I actually haven't seen him comment since that. He might have just been like, I'm out.
AFC West is a little hard to predict, but I do believe the Raiders got a little lucky last year.
Oh, man. This is rough.
It's hard. Like the Raiders are hard because last year was so messed up for that organization in terms of everything going wrong and them somehow still making it to the playoffs. But I feel like they let one of the key pieces go there in Rich Bisaccia. You let the guy who helped get you there go. You bring in Josh McDaniels, who's proven nothing. Their front office is in disarray. That team will be in last place. Guaranteed.
I mean, Darren Waller, Devontae, being healthy, Devontae Adams.
They added the best receiver in the NFL. Who cares? Oh, Hunter Renfrow is underrated. All he does is convert third downs. Don't care. Their defense is not good, and they didn't get better.
Max Crosby's good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they added... Who did they add? Chandler Jones to go with Max Crosby. And Brandon, you said Max Crosby could lead the league in sacks because of that addition. Don't care. Secondary. It's not good.
The Chargers, they got a lot of good pieces. They got J.C. Jackson. They got Khalil freaking Mack. Like, that feels like it was so long ago at this point.
Yeah.
But they added, so they got offensive line help. It's going to help with Austin Eckler. The Chiefs, I was like, oh man, like maybe they're going to start. They lost Tyreek Hill. They added MVS and Juju, but then they had a good draft.
It's really going to come down to which team gets the most injuries in the AFC West is going to finish last. Like every team has the potential to finish first or second. Every year, like all of these teams got stacked during the offseason. The Chiefs had the biggest loss with Tyreek Hill, but injuries are going to plague one team. I guarantee that. And another team's going to lose a key player or two and disappoint. Like it's not going to be a juggernaut like we think because of the unforeseen things that will happen.
Is your defense going to be as good as it was last year?
No, but the offense will be that much better that it's going to be a net positive. Like the defense can be a little bit worse, but
the offense will actually score points.
Yeah, like the Broncos, like there's some questions about edge, right? Like will Randy Gregory step up? Can Bradley Chubb stay healthy? That defense could never just go out and play aggressive because they rarely played with leads. You know what I mean? Like they were down early. They had to play conservative. It's just like, I think the defense will be better because they can play a little more loose. Their secondary should be solid. Maybe better. Pat Surtain was great, but maybe he's a little bit better in year 2. I don't know. They bring Kareem Jackson back with Justin Simmons. There's a lot to like about the Broncos defense.
Perna got a fitty.
Whoa! Beard down.
It's bear down. It's
beard down. I see what I want to see.
Okay.
Like the Broncos in first place. Ooh, what do we do for a fitty here?
Hey.
Here we go.
We ride and we die together.
There you go. I
Kip. Don't you dare even suggest it, Tom. The days of Mile High Joe are over. We've got
Russell Wilson is an upgrade over your past QB play significantly. I think Javonte Williams be fun. Jerry Jeudy, should have a better season. Cortland Sutton is going to be really, really good. You got your fancy tight end. You got Tim Patrick. You have a lot of weapons. Your secondary should be good. I am concerned about the pass rush. I think it's between the Raiders and Broncos finishing last. Because the reason being is because I don't know how good Russell Wilson is going to be. Honestly, if everything that you said is correct, but what if Russell Wilson kind of sucks?
He's not going to kind of suck.
I mean, he kind of sucked last year. No, yes, he got injured. Not. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Played bad for like 2 games. 103 passer rating. Oh yeah, that's kind of stupid.
Go back. Let's
25 touchdowns to 6 picks, 3,113 yards.
Sorry, how many touchdowns did you just say?
25.
And we're saying that's good?
He missed a few games.
Okay, let's go into the game.
That's like 6 or 7 better than the Broncos had.
His comeback game to Green Bay, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, had a QB rating of 39.7.
Oh, you mean the game he came back where he was still not healthy?
Following that, a game against Arizona, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Okay,
then
2.
He had a good game against Washington. Okay. And then San Francisco and Houston, he did well. They played the Raiders. He had 0 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a 55.3 rating against the Raiders. Then he finished against some of the Bears, the Lions, and the Cardinals. I'm just saying, I think that there's some concern there. I'm not saying that is gonna be bad, but there's like a part of me that's like, I don't. It's his first year. I think Nathaniel Hackett's gonna be really good. Like, I like a lot of what the Broncos are doing. I just don't know if they're gonna be able to gel in the beginning.
Oh, they're gonna destroy. Here's one reason the Broncos can win the AFC West.
That's bad. Yeah.
He
didn't have an O-line. That's true. He didn't have an O-line
game in the division.
What'd you say?
Broncos are going to have the best running game in the division.
No.
All these teams upgraded pass rush.
What about the Chargers?
The Chargers rush.
You think Austin Eckler is worse than Williams? Get out. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
Broncos are going to have the best running attack in the division.
How's that offensive line though, Perna?
It's pretty good, especially in run blocking.
How many sacks did you give up last year?
That changes.
What'd you say?
I said that changes this year.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't good.
I think it's fine. Dude, the
Okay.
Broncos had the most rushing yards in the division last year.
Okay.
Chargers, 1834, Denver, 2025.
Okay. I do. Oh, Elmer's praying for your downfall every day.
You guys just wait. Just
I
wait.
didn't say they were going to finish last. I just think it's a tough division. And
the easiest division I've ever seen in my life.
okay, well now that's just a blatant lie. Now, all right.
All these teams are going to.
Would you settle for finishing in third place?
No.
But
Nope.
but the Chiefs finish last.
No. Broncos finish first. That's the only outcome.
It's the only outcome you'll accept.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
Okay.
will not take any slander.
Okay.
Russell Wilson is going to win MVP.
That's just not true. That's not going to happen. It's just not. There's
He's
not a
gonna
lot
win
of
comeback
definite in
player of the
football.
year, MVP, Super Bowl MVP.
Comeback player of the year. What did he
Yeah.
come back from? The Seahawks?
Yep.
That's what he.
Pete Carroll came back from an offense. Did you listen to Greg Olson talk about how stupid
Wait a
their
minute.
offense
You
was?
just said he's going to
to
win comeback player of the year, inferring that he sucked last year.
No, he was hurt.
He missed a few games.
Yeah, with a very bad finger injury.
Oh my God.
What's worse for a quarterback? Hurting your finger. Name something else that's worse than that.
A
None.
broken leg.
Nope. You can still throw with a broken leg.
No.
You can still,
Hurting his finger or breaking your leg. I feel like the broken leg might be worse.
for a quarterback, no. For a kicker, yeah,
you know
sure.
you're planting on the foot, right? Like, you know, like you're going to have to
Nope.
do a... Nope. Okay.
That's why they call it arm strength, not leg strength. All right, Broncos, it's going to be the Raiders. AFC
Jared
South.
Goff with no fingers beat Russell Wilson in the playoffs 2 seasons ago.
That's the past, man. This is a whole new ball game. Russ is about to set so many records.
Are they going to be good records?
They're going to be all the best ones.
Okay. I'm
Maybe
not saying
not.
they're going to... I'm not saying that it's a foregone conclusion. I would just have some slight concerns.
You just watch.
So-
You just wait.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
and see.
I will... Perna, our bet is still on that the Packers... Is it better record or go further? It was go further. Go further than the Broncos this season, and I am going to enjoy a bronze statue of my likeness on your desk for a year. I'm going to enjoy it.
We'll see.
I'm going to enjoy it, and it's going to be a beautiful bust.
We'll see.
Okay. AFC South. I don't know who's worse, the Texans or the Jaguars. That's actually difficult.
Yeah. I mean, my prediction is this division, there's no change at the bottom. I feel like the Jags will still finish last, but the Colts and Titans flop places. I think Colts adding Matt Ryan will be the difference.
I see that.
I mean, Tennessee is a weird team because everything goes through Derrick Henry. They're like the only team where
now
like
even more
90% of their success relies on their running back.
But like it's even more because they got rid of AJ Brown.
Yeah.
I mean, they did try to replace him, right? They're going to have a rookie wide receiver, but
Didn't Burks like have to leave the first day of practice because he was out of shape?
he's out of shape. Yeah, he's out of shape. Yeah. Too much boar hunting.
Yeah.
But I mean, Davis Smith, again, Jaguars, Drew Peterson, like I think he's going to be an upgrade. I mean, that's the thing. You and I would be an upgrade in terms of
Doug
head coach.
Peterson.
Doug, excuse me. Apologize.
Drew Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe. That's Drew Bledsoe will be an upgrade.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, the Jaguars paid a lot of free agents a lot of money.
Yeah.
They did do that.
They paid a lot of mid-tier free agents top-tier money.
That's accurate. Is that going to help them? I don't know. A lot of this is going to be like, can Trevor Lawrence improve? Davis Mills was solid. Like he definitely was solid.
He did the most with the least, honestly.
It's going to be a battle for last place in that division. I'm leaning towards the Texans. I think just because they really don't have a lot of weapons. I mean, the Jaguars. I mean, that is true.
That was true with Carson Wentz. With Matt Ryan, I think it's a little different.
The Jaguars, I mean, their running game could improve because now they should have 2 healthy running backs.
Yeah. Travis Etienne could be a difference maker for them.
Yep. So I think that, and with Drew Bledsoe there, I mean, but I think that they could improve. I think maybe the Texans finish last in this division.
I think the Jags finish last.
Okay.
That's a pretty safe bet. Man, it'll be hilarious if Jacksonville ends up with the number 1 pick 3 years in a row.
Maybe they'll finally fire their GM.
One they just hired.
Yes. And I mean everybody. Fire everybody. Fire.
Shaq just fires himself.
Yes.
I'm out.
Shaq Don just like, nope,
I'm out of my element. I'm out of my element, Donnie.
Gone. Okay.
All right.
The North.
AFC North. Wow. Real Sophie's choice here, Tom.
This is the Bengals addressed all of their needs in the offseason. Like offensive line, check. Brought in secondary help, check. They should still be good. I think there was a little bit of some good luck and good fortune that
they put a run together. They got hot at the right time. Heater. They were on a heater.
Ravens, as long as they could stay out of the hospital, they should arguably fight for first place in that division.
See,
the Browns, it all depends on the quarterback situation, but they have a talented team. I think it's the Steelers.
Ooh.
Like you look at the team's quarterbacks. Like again, Deshaun Watson plays. Watson, yep. Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Mitch Trubisky, or Kenny Pickett. I mean, like there's a little bit of a differential there, like just a smidge.
Yeah.
So,
I think I have to agree. The Steelers. I would be debating the Steelers and the Browns if Baker were coming back for Cleveland. You know what I mean? If Watson plays, that's an upgrade over Baker. Outside of the courtroom, anyway. So yeah, Steelers last place. Been a while, Pittsburgh. When's the last time Pittsburgh finished last?
Too long ago.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can find that. Last time.
I think Steelers. I do. Can't be worse than Ben. No, like I think that they won't be like god awful, but in that division,
1988 was the last time.
I wasn't even born yet.
Steelers finished last. Holy hell! In the division.
It's been a while.
In the Central. Yeah, it was the Central Division then.
Okay. Now, the AFC.
Wow. Look at this, Tom. You got the Jets, the Dolphins, the Pats. Bills will not finish last.
The Bills are not going to finish last. If the Bills finish last, I don't know what to do anymore. But
yeah. Here's kind of the thing I like for the Bills is there's a change at offensive coordinator, right? They lose Brian Dable.
They have Amari Cooper. Donovan People-Jones is pretty solid too. But I got Amari Cooper.
Yeah, I like DVP.
Bills aren't going to finish last.
No.
I don't think the Dolphins are going to finish last.
And the Bills got Ken Dorsey moving up into the OC position. Great relationship with Josh Allen. I think sometimes when you get maybe just a little bit of nuance there, a little like a way to keep teams maybe guessing a bit on what you're going to do, I think that's going to help the Bills offense. I'm going to say the Patriots finish last in this division. Yeah, I said it.
They got
Patriots
Parker.
going last. The Steelers and the Pats finished last in their division.
Better wide receivers. They did. They got better wide receivers.
Mac Jones gonna regress.
Lost J.C. Jackson, which sucks.
Ooh.
Between them and the Jets, I think the Jets still finish last.
I think Zach Wilson makes the biggest leap for second-year rook quarterbacks.
Well, he's turning 20 this year, right?
We're
still going to be 19.
13, actually.
Oh, it's 13? Okay. Got it. Yeah. The Patriots could be content. I don't think the Patriots are going to win the division, but I think that they could finish in third. I'm kind of like high on the Dolphins this year. I am. I really, really like McDaniel. I think that they got significantly better during free agency, and it's going to come down to Tua.
Tua Tagovailoa.
It's that. I mean, they even have a run game now. Their offensive line was like the worst in the league last year.
Yeah,
and they addressed it. So
yeah, they got better on O-line. They add Armstead, but also their biggest they couldn't and just didn't run the ball. And you're right, McDaniel will change that. Even if Tua only plays a little bit better, I think their offense as a whole will be better based on the run game alone. And that's not even talking about like how Tyreek Hill fits into what they do. So yeah, I'm optimistic on the Dolphins.
Two good wide receivers in Waddle and Hill. I mean, like, because they added speed to that team.
Oh yeah.
So I think that they could be good.
Yeah, the Patriots are going to suck.
Okay.
You know, I feel like the AFC East is going to look a lot like the AFC North did last season, except for the Bills will be like the outlier in terms of being exceptional. They'll have like 12 wins or whatever. But then, man, I feel like those last three spots are going to be close. Okay. So Jets and Patriots finish with the same record, like 8-9. Yeah, sure. 7-10. Both of those teams, but the Jets are technically ahead of the Pats. And then the Dolphins, a game or two better. Boom. Nailed it. Accurate.
Yeah. Accurate.
Predicted it all.
Done. So, wow. That's crazy. Like, when's the last time that the Patriots and the Broncos finished last?
True. What? Broncos are not finishing last.
I tried to
get
just like
here.
I tried to
get out of here.
It's just like with a spray bottle. No.
That's like a good way to check to see if I am listening.
Mm-hmm.
Just throw in the Broncos finishing last.
Mm-hmm.
And if I accidentally agree, it means my head is somewhere else.
I'm literally just like, hey, yep, the Packers are going to have another productive season. Am I thinking about the immediate future? Nope. Not thinking about it. It's like when you had Peyton Manning and you're just like, not thinking about after, just thinking about while he's still playing.
Hell yeah. Paxton Lynch, save us.
I think we didn't. Again, we said before the show started, we were like, oh, it'll be a short episode today. And that took 59 minutes.
Rushed an hour.
Crushed it.
Come back next week when we talk about which teams will finish second to last.
We do third next week, then second.
And we don't even say which team finishes first.
No.
Fourth last. Which team finishes fourth last?
That's dumb. That's dumb. Perna, what do you got coming out today?
Good question, Tom. Don't know. I might be shooting 2 episodes. I might get my AFC South power ranking recap-ish up today. Might be tomorrow. Don't know yet.
Nice.
Then I've got a big Antonio Brown episode coming soon.
That's what you've been saying. That's what you've been saying for a bit.
Yes.
Is it going to be as long as his album?
Longer.
Oh,
No, it's probably about 20 minutes, though.
nice.
Interesting career for that fella.
That's accurate. Yes, that's accurate.
And you, Tom?
I have to start getting into, because I'm feeling normal today for the first time in 2 weeks, which is nice. I need to start doing my way too early predictions for this season. So I go through every single division and go through their schedules and who's going to finish first through fourth.
Wow.
So worst to first. Dylan, no, that's not. That's the division for it to happen, but it's not going to.
Bless you, Dylan. And
The
your
Steelers got Super Bowl. You can play Madden whenever you want, and they can go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Just play on rookie.
Dude, it'll be fun if Trubisky or Pickett's good for the Steelers, but that's a big if.
It's a big if.
All right.
So, but folks, we will not be here for GPS on Wednesday, but if things work and these are not, this is not on us. If Adam and the boys are able to get their baseball live stream working, we will be calling the play-by-play for that, which is going to be a time.
Hilarious.
We are going to consume alcohol and call a baseball game that is going to be a massacre.
Yes.
So that's going to be fun. So be here. If you
Wednesday, like was like
5 p.m. Eastern is when it's supposed to start.
Yep.
So again, no idea if it's going to work. No idea, but we're going to try.
We'll see if a baseball team of YouTubers are technically savvy enough to set up a live stream at a field.
Mm-hmm. What if they don't set up the live stream, but they win?
Man.
Like, that's just like the minor. Do you think that minor league, like, everyone just gets fired? Like, they're just like, everyone's released. Like, everybody's released.
They're like, hey, YouTubers, do you want to come make a lot less money and play professional baseball?
Yes. Yeah, I do need to mow the grass. I do need to mow the lawn. Yeah. It's going to be a scorcher out there today, folks. So make sure you put on the sunscreen.
Classic Australian accent.
Nailed it. But, folks, thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. And this is GPS. You've been navigated. And
you've reached your destination.
Is that the destination? I don't